Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see in front of me, I have quite the Scentsy haul to share with you guys today. This box is shoved full. I've got cotton cleanups, counter cleans, and a lot of bars. So before I get started, let me set this down. I wanted to talk a little bit about party closeouts and party links because that's what this haul is from. It is a party closeout that I was saving for like 6 months and I just kept purchasing from it, and some of you all purchased from it, so thank you so very much. And it got to be a pretty high number, and so September 1st I closed out the party and was able to get these goodies. If you guys are not shopping with a party link with your consultant, please ask your consultant to open you up a link. If you don't have a consultant, I'm happy to be that person for you and help you, but you are missing out on rewards. You start earning rewards at $200, and so if you're going to make one large purchase, say when the catalogs change or for a flash sale, or if you think you'd make a couple of smaller orders throughout the year, get you a party link, you guys. So this party, so I can be super transparent, I have 1 cotton cleanup, I have 3 counter cleans, and I got 7 bar bundles. And with all the discounts and the free product and things I had from my party link, I spent $87. $87 for 7 bundles, a bag of cotton cleanups, and 3 counter cleans. That is an amazing deal. Granted, this party closeout was probably over $1,000 worth of money that had been put into it, and so it was a very large party. But at $200, you start earning half price items. If there's a warmer that you're interested in, you can get it half off. Just things to think about. I feel so accomplished for some reason having this party and it being $87. And I thought, what a great way to talk about party links in general, because you guys can earn these rewards too. So if you don't have a link with your consultant, I highly recommend doing so. But like I said, I have a lot of stuff from the fall and winter catalog. I really just kind of stocked up on bars and then grabbed a couple of other items as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the haul. All right, so let's start with the cotton cleanups. I got just 1 pack of the small cotton cleanups. I'm not the biggest fan of these in general. I felt like they're kind of pricey for what they are, and I don't like how you can't use these really in your larger dishes. However, they're okay, and I had just a couple of dollars of credit left, and I was like, oh, what can I get? What can I get? And so decided to get a bag of these because I think I spent like $1.30 or something on this once that last couple of dollars of credit was gone. So happy to buy them for situations like that when I'm trying to use up some credit or things like that. You know, I will enjoy them. They're just not products that I purchase from, you know, purchase in general. So you got that. Then I got a 3-pack of counter cleans. They're $29 for the 3-pack. If you bundle, you save $1. So instead of $30, they're $29, which isn't that great of a deal. I think I did this as a half price item, but it doesn't matter. I picked up Johnny Appleseed. I'm currently using Johnny Appleseed in my kitchen right now. Absolutely loving it. It is the perfect fall apple counter clean. Really enjoying that one. I have to find places to put these. I also picked up a vanilla mint. So I've had this one before, really like it. I think I have another one in my back stock, but it is a really great sweet mint. The vanilla is very heavy in it. Honestly, this is an all year round type scent for me, in particular in the winter time. So got one of those. And then lastly, I wanted to try the new Ocean Air and Coconut Water in the counter clean. I feel like I don't have a lot of summery counter cleans in general. Now I have the key lime and grapefruit, and then I'm going to stick this in the closet for next summer, but just sounds like a perfect summer refreshing counter clean. I was really wanting to get the Golden Garland and some of those counter cleans, but those are not available until October 1st. So I probably will be placing an order October 1st because Golden Garland and the counter clean sounds like something I need in my life right this second. So I was kind of hoping that those would be available, but I guess they're an October 1st product, not a September 1st product. So in any case, got those 3 counter cleans. And now for the bars. I think I'm going to take a minute and pause and take all of the bars out of this box because there are a lot of them. Okay, so I've got Catalog in an iPad here to be looking up scent notes. Most of them are in the catalog, but I do have some scents of the month and then harvest collection in general. Oh my goodness. Okay. I should have taken the time and put the scent notes on all these bars, but it kind of felt a little bit daunting because of how many bars there were. All right, how am I gonna do this? That's how I'm gonna do it right there. So first up, I grabbed 3 bars of Peaks and Pines. Peaks and Pines say mountaintops lush with dewy greens and lavender rise up over towering cedar wood. So this one is part of the Harvest collection, and it is definitely my favorite from the Harvest collection. Oh, it's so good. I mean, you get the cedar wood, you get the greens, you get the lavender. The lavender just sweetens this up a bit. It's not too strong. I love the combination of the greens and the cedar wood. This is just such a nice, fresh, kind of crisper scent with the lavender. Plus, I absolutely love the color of it. Really enjoyed this one on cold. So now I've got 4 bars of it, so I feel like that's pretty good. Next, I picked up another bar of Jam and Jubilee. So this one was the June scent of the month, I believe. A lot of people really did not like this bar, but I liked the one that I had. Is it one that I need tons of? No, but I thought since I'm doing the closeout and it was still available, let me grab another bar and I will save it for next summer. So this one has notes of red berry compote, blackberry zest, are ready to party with the irresistible addition of sugared syrup. So red berry compote, blackberry zest, sugared syrup. This is a very sugary, sweet, fruity scent. Reminds me a lot of the summer, a lot of like the holidays in the summer, 4th of July. Yeah, I really enjoyed this bar. It is uber sweet. So it's definitely a bar that you have to like those very sweet, fruity fragrances. If you're into, you know, like berry sweet or red, white, and berry pie, those types of scents, you probably would enjoy that one. But I don't quite understand the hate on it. I really liked it. All right, now we can get into catalog a little bit. I'm sorry, a lot of this video is going to be me looking up notes, I bet. But I grabbed a bar of my favorite vanilla bean buttercream. I feel like I don't hear that many people talk about vanilla bean buttercream, but I love this bar. This is decadent buttercream frosting made with the freshest butter, whipped with cane, sugar, and vanilla extract. This is one of my favorite scents in general. It is such a creamy buttercream. I really get that buttercream icing type component to this. I love this on its own throughout the entire house, just when I need a good bakery day, but I love this also mixed with things. One of my favorites. I like to grab individual bars here and there, but I also have a brick of it. It is available in club as a half-price brick, so just a bar I really don't want to be without. Next, I grabbed a bar of Spooky But Sweet. Look at that packaging. Isn't that so cute? This is the September scent of the month. The notes on this one wasn't so sure about, but I thought, why not throw a bar in, give it a try. So this says, a pinch of nutmeg mingles with shadowy swirls of smoked maple syrup and caramelized vanilla sugar. Yeah, you're definitely getting the maple from this. You are getting hints of smoky notes, so this smoky maple syrup. That's really what I get from this, kind of like a caramelized vanilla, touch of smokiness, and a lot of maple. There is the hints of spice. It is not bad. I need to warm this one and see what I think. I think this is a bar that a lot of people will love. If you tend to like Scentsy's pumpkin and things like that, I think, you know, bakery in general from Scentsy, you probably would really like this bar. For me, it's the nutmeg and the maple syrup I'm not entirely sure of, but I'm glad I got a bar of it, and it is definitely worth a melt. I will stick that in my Halloween melting basket and see if it's one I think I need more of. Okay, more Harvest collection. So another one from the Harvest collection I picked up was Sparkling Spiced Citrus. Just got one bar of this. This is sparkling mandarin, dazzles among black currant, raw sugar cane, and a dash of clove bud. This one's actually really surprising to me because this wouldn't necessarily be a bar that I would kind of normally gravitate towards, but I enjoy this scent. It's a little bit different. It's a nice fall, kind of sweeter, fruitier scent. It reminds me of a fragrance, or not a fragrance, it reminds me of like a cider or a drink that you would have at a fall party or like a Halloween party, where it's kind of bright and it's fizzy, like a punch, but you're getting the depth of it from the black currant and the clove. It's a really pretty scent, and I think this is one I'm going to enjoy. It's kind of a warm, cozy cocktail. Yeah, I like this one a lot more than I thought, and that's surprising to me because these scents are not normally entirely up my alley, but I think that will make for a nice change. All right. I think this might be my last one. We'll see. I think this might be the last one I have to use my iPad for. So this one is Honeycrisp Harvest. This is the August scent of the month. Was really excited to try this one because I do enjoy apple. I enjoy Scentsy's apple in particular. I don't feel like I've heard a lot of people talk about this one though. But this says, bountiful orchards of Honeycrisp apple and fresh pear, and anticipate the harvest with hints of warm musk. This is not, I mean, it's apple, but it's not as apple as maybe you would expect. I definitely get kind of that musk, that pear. It's a very sweet apple, almost that's in like a peeling apple, but not as appley, more kind of fresh. It really gives me apples out in like the fresh air or something like that. You get the sweetness, but you're also getting a lot of freshness to this bar, whether it's the pear, the musk. It is really, really pretty. It kind of smells like it might be light. So I'd be curious if you guys have melted this bar. What do you think about it? Is it light? Is it a good performer? I think it's one that I will stick in the bedrooms at first and see how it does. But that smells really, really nice. Okay, I think that might be the last iPad one, but we'll keep it nearby if I am mistaken. Next, let's get into some of the new scents. So I did not grab the bars for the new releases. I just did the testers. Honestly, I'm really happy about that decision because I felt like I got a good understanding of what the scent was like. And then I just picked out the bars that I knew really, that I enjoyed and really would do it for me. So first up, I got 2 of Alpine Escape. So you can see some of these bars, I got less of the very seasonal specific bars and more of the kind of general bars, at least is my thought, bars that I can melt all year long, and a little bit less of the bars that, even though I really like, I can only melt kind of a certain time of year. So Alpine Escape says, feel a rush of minty air among spruce and evergreen trees on a scenic mountain getaway. This is really mint and trees. It is so fantastic. This is one I could see me getting more of towards the end of the season. Trying not to get too many of all of the bars, but maybe during catalog change month when it's 10% off, stocking up on a couple more 6-packs of some of the favorites, taking the season here to really melt and see which ones really stand out to me. But on cold, this one it's fantastic. You have to like tree, but if you like tree and you like mint, this would be an absolute fantastic bar. I love that one so much. So grab 2 of those. I grabbed 3 of Vanilla Amber. Felt like this was a good any time of year scent, a good bedroom scent. It reads, rich vanilla cream and golden amber infused with sweet rum are a piece of pastry perfection. Yeah, it talks about pastries and things like that. I think this is very body care, very perfumey, probably from the amber. It's more bakery to me than very vanilla, which I do have very vanilla here as well to share. Because of that rum and that vanilla cream, it does lean more bakery, but the amber really still gives this a very body care-esque feel to me. And so this is a bar that I would melt in the bedrooms probably. But it's just such a nice, cozy, creamy vanilla scent. It is really, really stunning. And I'm glad to have some bars of it. Again, just an all year round type of fragrance. So while we're talking Very Vanilla, let me just do that one next. Very Vanilla is in the bakery category, but again, it's not for me in my head. I picked up 3 of Very Vanilla. So this was one of the 10 new scents from spring, summer, and then they kept it into the fall, winter catalog. So this one is Creamy Vanilla and Tonka Bean. Yeah, this one is definitely body care. The Tonka Bean leans very cologne-y, kind of masculine in a way. It is so pretty though. It is such a beautiful vanilla scent. The only qualm I have with this one in particular is that it hasn't been as strong as I would have liked it to be. It's definitely more of a background scent, but you know what I've kind of come to appreciate about this scent and scents like this in general is not everything has to be a powerhouse. And this is a great company scent. This is a great scent to put a couple bars throughout your house. Your house is going to smell good. It's going to smell fresh, but it's not going to be in somebody's face. You know, it's a little more subdued, little more just makes the air feel pretty, almost like somebody who was wearing perfume walked through the space. You're kind of getting wafts of it, but it's not an overpowering scent. So for me, this is a great company type of fragrance because I think it is light enough and not strong on any one particular note that it wouldn't be pleasing to everybody. I think it's a crowd pleasing type fragrance, and I like the strength and performance from it for things like that. So grab 3 of Very Vanilla. Another new one to the catalog this year is Leaves and Lavender. Picked up 3 of this. This is Soothing Lavender, a hint of clove, and fall leaves. To me, I really don't get a lot of lavender from this. Maybe the lavender gives this kind of an added sweetness because this is very leaves heavy to me. That kind of traditional leaves that you know and either love or hate. I feel like it's a little bit of a 50-50 mix. I love leaves. I love Bath & Body Works spicy, clove heavy leaves, which is really interesting because that's not my MO with other scents, but I love that fragrance. To me, you really kind of get that traditional leaf scent. There is something slightly sweeter about this bar, and so it's probably the lavender pulling, but if you don't like lavender, I would still try this bar because this does not scream lavender to me, and I wouldn't know it was lavender unless I had the notes to know that that was in here. It's just a really pretty, kind of a little bit fresher take on leaves. Really perfect for the fall time. I really, really like it. I have one bar of Very Snowy Spruce. This is one I've really enjoyed in the past. This is Balsam Spruce, Cedar Branches, and Pine Cones. It is a bestseller, Scentsy says. I have some of it, so I didn't want to go too crazy, but didn't want to leave it behind either. You'll see it, there's a lot of kind of just one-off bars that I have a lot of in my collection, but didn't want to leave them behind. This is really good. I love the balsam. I love the cedar. You get the pine cones in it. You have to like tree to like this bar, but it is a perfect winter's day type of scent. Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl. I think everybody knows Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl. At least I would think. It's in our spice category. Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl says fresh pumpkin garnished with cinnamon stick and a dollop of whipped icing. This is just such a nice cinnamon bakery scent. I really kind of get that icing as well. It's not just spicy cinnamon. You get a lot of the icing. This would be great also blended with vanilla bean buttercream. I could totally see myself doing that. That one also made my top 5 picks for fall out of the catalog. So I did a video a while ago where out of Scentsy's catalog and the scents that I really felt like I had a good understanding of what would be my top picks for fall, and I included that one. And then I'm going to also do a neutral one and a winter one. So now that we're getting more towards the holidays, I feel like it's time to do that. I felt like I did that video in August. I felt like August was too early to talk about Christmas, but now I feel like we can talk about Christmas a little bit. So stay tuned for those videos if that seems interesting to you. Okay, probably my favorite, it's hard to say, but probably my favorite of the 10 new scents is Hayrides. So I picked up 3 of Hayrides. I really love this bar. This says climb aboard with fresh hay and cedarwood and take a ride through crisp apple orchards in this ode to a joyful autumn tradition. This one really gives me vibes to Golden Garland. I don't know if it's anybody else, but as soon as I smelled this, I thought, oh, Golden Garland. They're obviously not the same scent, but they really give me similar vibes. They are definitely in the same scent family to my nose, where you're kind of getting the sweetness, but you're getting this hay, the cedarwood. It is an outdoorsy fall scent. So where leaves sometimes is a little more kind of artificial smelling fall, this almost smells like real fall. Like you're outside crunching the leaves. You have the cedar woods around you and you're getting just hints of the apple. This is a fantastic bar. Fantastic. If you like those earthy scents, if you like those traditional fall fragrances, Hayrides is a total winner. I love that one so much. Next one is another one of my just standout favorites. Where it is, I don't know. Fruity. That makes sense. This one also made my top 5 or like best fall picks for the fall winter catalog, and that is Autumn Road Trip. This is one that's not talked about very much, I feel like, but I know that Summer likes this one too, so I know I'm not alone. This is Harvest Apple, Anjou Pear, and Silver Oak. This is just the freshest fall fragrance ever. I love the oak in this, the earthiness of the oak, but I love the pear and the apple. It's very sweet. It's not overly fruity. This reminds me of very early fall, like September, where the leaves are changing and we're getting into those fall feelings, but the days are still warm. I'm not sure when you're seeing this video, but I'm filming this in like mid-September. We're still having some pretty hot days where the mornings are really cool and you need a jacket, but it's getting up to like 80 something during the day. I wish it was a little more in the 70s, but still having some really beautiful mornings. This bar kind of reminds me of those days where The sun's still shining, it's still warm outside, but you're definitely starting to get into the fall feels. Yeah, I love this one so much. I have quite a bit of it, so I only grabbed one, but had to pick up another and happy to have more. Next is Pink Berry Sandalwood. Grabbed 1 bar of this. This is pink berry and fresh cherry. Add a sweet pop to tonka bean and sandalwood. This is one of the 10 new scents to the spring summer catalog, and they carried it over to fall winter, which I'm really happy about because I think this is a fantastic fragrance. It's definitely a perfumey scent. You get the tonka, you get the sandalwood, but you're getting those kind of feminine berry fragrances as well. When this says cherry, the cherry is very light. I would not necessarily be like, oh, this is cherry and super strong and medicinal, nothing like that. You get hints of cherry and you get just hints of sweetness from a berry note, but it's mainly to me like tonka, sandalwood, creamy, beautiful perfuminess. Love this one in the bedroom. And I mean, honestly, I would do that in the whole open concept because I just would. White Peach and Cranberry. This is a new one to the catalog this year. This is White Peach and Cranberry. Pretty basic scent, but I really like this. I was afraid it was going to do one of two things, either do the cat pee thing or do the bathroom cleaner type vibe. Seeing what Rip's doing, he's getting situated. But I don't get either of those notes from this bar at all. It reminds me a lot of like New Year's Eve. Makes me think of something that you would want to melt on New Year's Eve. Ever so slightly fizzy, very sweet. I like the white peach in it. It is not too sweet and too sharp of a peach. The cranberry is not too tart. This is a beautiful bar. It might be a bar that I want to get more of, but just when I melted the tester of this, I just keep thinking about New Year's Eve and felt like it would be a perfect New Year's Eve type of celebratory fragrance. Okay, gingerbread pecan waffles. Now this is one that I imagine a lot of people really, really loving. A new bar to our catalog. This is gingerbread, molasses, and roasted pecan. I was really, really surprised with how much I enjoyed the tester on this one because these scents are not really up my alley. One, it being gingerbread. I'm not a huge gingerbread person. I don't really like pecans or like nuts in wax in general. And it being just so heavily bakery, I didn't really have high expectations for this. But this is really, really pretty. This is really nice. The gingerbread's not too spicy. The roasted pecan is not too nutty. The molasses isn't too sticky, stickingly sweet. These notes are blended so well together. This is such a cozy, warm, like winter bakery scent. I really enjoy this. And I think this is one that's going to be a winner for this catalog. If you like bakery fragrances, I would highly recommend this. I'm glad to have one and to try it. I thought just get one, let's melt it throughout the whole open concept, see what you think about it, and then I can always pick up more as the season goes on. A staple favorite, this one is Rum Pum Plum. So this one was part of, I want to say, the holiday collection, either the holiday or the Scents of the Season collection last year, and they brought it to catalog this year, which is really fantastic because this is an amazing, amazing scent. And I know so many people love it. I think it's one of Natalie's favorite bars. This is plum jam, vanilla sugar, and flaky buttery crust. It really is just that. Natalie says this all the time, but this is what you would think sweet plum pastry would be like, in the fact that you get the plum, but you actually get the bakery, like pastry notes with this. It is a stunning bar. If you like plum or like blackberry type of notes, if you like the bakery crust notes, this is fantastic. Really, really enjoy Rum Pum Plum. cashmere and corduroy. Where are you? You're in the woods. This is one of my absolute favorite bars ever. This is creamy vanilla, Sicilian bergamot, and cashmere sandalwood. I only picked up one bar because I have a lot of it right now. I have quite a bit of it, but had to get more as I was doing a closeout. I would have never tried this bar if it wasn't for Natalie. This is a bar that Natalie really enjoys and would talk about a lot, especially during the winter season. And I always was like, oh, I don't know if that bar is for me because I'm not a cashmere person. But I picked it up one time and I love it so very much. To me, this is cashmere cozy, but it's perfume. You really get a perfume vibe from this, whether it's the bergamot, the cashmere sandalwood. Cashmere sandalwood to me is a much more perfumey fragrance than like that silky cashmere. I would melt this bar throughout my entire house and every single warmer, and I need to do that because I would just bask in the amazingness that is this scent. To me, this is very feminine. It is beautiful. If you like cozy, perfumey type fragrances, if you liked, oh, what is that one? Starburst Sky, scents like that. I think you would really like cashmere and corduroy because it just, they're not the same scent, obviously, but they lean in the same scent family. I think they give you a similar vibe regarding the space. Such an amazing scent. All right, we're almost done. Not too much more. Picked up 2 bars of aloe water and cucumber. This was one that I recently just discovered. I know it's one that Natalie really likes, and I think a lot of people like this bar in general. I melted 1 bar of it and I was like, oh my God, this is really, really pretty. So I get it now and I wanted to grab more of it. So this is aloe water, cucumber peel, palm frond, and pineapple nectar. It is just a fresh kind of aquatic spa, but without being like too heady. You know, sometimes those scents can give you a headache. This one is not like that. It's very kind of soft. I really like the aloe in this. The palm, the pineapple gives it a little bit of sweetness. I can pop this bar out. It is such a beautiful scent. I really like this in the bedrooms and bathrooms. However, I could see this being perfect for, it's the dead of winter. You're sick of the pumpkin. You're sick of the Christmas tree. You're sick of the icy vanilla woods. You know, you just want to give your nose a break. Sometimes I think we need to do that too. We need to melt something not expected to kind of change our nose a little bit. Something like this would be perfect just to bring a freshness to your space, a cleaning day, or if you cooked fish or something like that and you need to clear the air out, aloe water and cucumber would be a great bar for that. 2 bars of balsam spice, one of the 10 new scents to the catalog. This is captivating cinnamon, adds sweet spice to charred cedar and balsam. To me, this smells like a spicy Christmas tree. You get the tree, you're getting those spices. I almost get a little bit of the charred cedar too. There is a slight smokiness to this, which I really enjoy. This definitely is cinnamon spicy heavy, but I actually really like this. I think it pairs with the charred notes really well, pairs with the tree really well. Oh my gosh, yeah, this just reminds me of a Christmas tree. Maybe you've got your fireplace going, so you're getting those kind of smoky embers in the air. Hopefully you're not getting embers, maybe just the scent of the smoke. No embers, no embers. Yeah. And then you're getting the cinnamon from like a potpourri or a simmer pot, something like that. It's a really good winter, cozy Christmas time bar. Sleigh Ride. This is one, I want to say this was either the holiday collection or the Scents of the Season collection as well last year. I can't remember. I get the 2 of them confused because in my head they're kind of the same. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I'm glad that it made it to the catalog. This one, it says Crisp Air, Fallen Fir Needle, and Tart Cranberry. Yeah, I mean, it is a tree scent. I get a hint of the cranberry, but it's not too tart. It's not too strong or anything like that. And you do get kind of the fresh air. There is a freshness to this bar. It's really pretty. Gosh, there's so many just great tree scents in this catalog. It's really hard to decide what my favorite is and which one I really love. I mean, between Alpine Escape, Balsam Spice, Very Snowy Spruce, and Sleigh Ride, they're all so different, but so beautiful in their own way. It's hard to pick. All right, and then Candy Cane Buttercream. Got one bar of this. Only got one because I have a ton of them, but this is one of my favorite scents in the catalog. So glad this is continuing to make a return. This is Peppermint Candy Cane, Vanilla Bean, and Buttercream. So this one was originally part of the Vanilla Bean Buttercream Scentspiration collection, if you guys remember that a couple of years ago. And like I mentioned earlier, I love Vanilla Bean Buttercream so much. So this one out of that collection was my favorite. What I love about this one is that it's mainly Vanilla Bean Buttercream, but you're getting hints of the peppermint. It's not as strong on the peppermint as is like Meant to Be Merry or I don't know, some of the other peppermint bars, but you're getting a lot of Vanilla Bean Buttercream and like 25% creamy sweet peppermint. It is just, it's so pretty. It's a cozy Christmassy scent to me. I like this on its own. I like it blended. It's not the strongest scent ever, but that's okay. I like the effect that it gives the home, and I think it's just amazing. So if you like peppermint and you like Vanilla Bean Buttercream, highly, highly recommend that. All right, and then one more scent. Let me find it in the notes. Here it is. Okay, it's in the woody category. I grabbed a 6-pack. Grabbed a 6-pack of Vanilla Barnwood to end off this haul. Vanilla Barnwood is barnwood covered with creamy vanilla and rich amber, conjure a picturesque snow-covered countryside. Again, this one was either holiday or Scents of the Season. I want to say holiday last year. Really glad this made the catalog. I had regrets about not stocking up on this one more when the season ended last year. So that's why I got a 6-pack of it. It's one of those fragrances that you can melt any time of year. To me, it's really non-seasonal and fits for any time. And so I thought a 6-pack would cover me at least for a little bit. This bar I have interesting thoughts about. I am one of the people that gets Fruit Loops from this, but it's not super strong on the Fruit Loops. I get Fruit Loops, but I get the amber, the creaminess from the vanilla. It must be just how the barnwood is playing with the amber and stuff that gives me slight Fruit Loops vibes, but they are light. It is not like your Fruit Loop cereal. It's more subtle, very perfumey, but I definitely get Fruit Loops from this. I know some people get that as well. I know I'm not alone in that, but then there's also people that you're like, what are you talking about? There's no Fruit Loops in this bar. So it's just interesting how everybody's scent preferences and everybody's noses are so different, because I very strongly get Fruit Loops. And so that's one of the big reasons I didn't stock up on it last year, is being like, well, I have a lot of Fruit Loops in my collection. Why do I need another one, even though it's slightly different? But I think that's just it. It is different. It is not super strong on that kind of aspect. It's very creamy. It's perfumey. It's cozy. It really is a very beautiful scent. So I'm glad to have a 6-pack of it now and be able to enjoy that. But that is it. That is my party closeout haul for the fall and winter. If you purchase through my party link, thank you so very much. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And again, I'm hoping that this is like a infomercial. I don't know the right word, advertisement for getting yourself a party link if you don't have one, because depending on how much you shop, you can make some rewards for yourself. So make sure you ask your consultant, or let me know if you want a party link with me. We can keep it open for a long time, and you can purchase every couple months. And then when you get to 200 or when you get to 500, you tell me and we can close it out and get you some deals. But that's everything I have to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my Scentsy Party Closeout haul. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.